Alrighty, everybody. Hello. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm broadcasting from Champaign, Illinois right now, and at my good buddy's house, Mr. Andrew Duncanson. It's really good to be here in Champaign again and to connect with some old friends, get some good local food that I miss. I want to give you a quick update about what I'm doing here on the road. I've been on the road since June 2nd. So I've been cruising around. I just left Oxford, Mississippi, where I had a wonderful online event. It was in person, Adam and I in Oxford together, but we offered a virtual class, and that was awesome. Talked about our top influences and how that helped us find our own sound, our own voice on the harmonica. You can learn more about that at harmonica123.com right on the homepage. But I thought I'd come on and just give you a couple updates and talk a little bit about harmonica for a moment here. I don't have too much time, but I got just enough time to do this. I'm headed to Chicago later tonight. I'll be in Mantino at the Blues Jam. What is the name of that place? I'll tell you here in a second. And I'm going to play a set of music with Mr. Duncanson at the Back 40 Saloon in Mantino, Illinois. And it's going to be great. And then I'll be in Chicago for shows, and I'll put all this stuff in the video description later. I want to give you a couple tips today. One of the things that came up in class kind of has been rolling through my mind. I thought this would make for a good little discussion here. And it has to do with airflow and breathing. So I want to talk about breath control today. If you haven't been working on it or thinking about it, I want to talk about how it applies to tone and phrasing, and how you can get more out of really being cognizant about breath control. So the tip today is the following. And I don't have a bunch of time, but I'll see how long I can go here today. I'm using an A harmonica. Notice anything specific about the tone and the sound that I'm getting? So what do you notice? Here's what I'm noticing, I'll tell you, is that a long time ago, I really think it was from listening to William Clark so much over the years, but I noticed that you don't always have to stop your breath and make these little quick statement. In fact, these longer phrases require the air to just keep moving. And I also noticed this with Kim Wilson's playing, that he doesn't... He really keeps his air moving unless there's a reason to stop, like you're totally out of air after a really long note, or if you're trying to put a musical rest in there. But the rest of the time, these phrases sound best when the air is just moving. Again, it's an A harmonica. So you might have an exchange. This happens often in cross harp with a lot of draw notes. You might have an exchange of like draw to blow notes where you're noticing this, you know. It still stays even. There's an even push and pull, and the breath is still moving the whole time, even though it's going from an inhale to an exhale. So my thought today, and my tip to you, is sit down. You can do it with a backing track, you know. You could try there's various ways to do this. Hey everybody, I'm just noticing your comments. Good morning. One thing you can try is just to take a simple riff and move that riff. Try a draw-oriented riff like 5 draw, 4 bend, 4 draw, back to 4 bend, and slide down to 2 draw, then 2 full step, 2 draw, and then hold that last note. So get all your air out, relax, Take advantage of all your air at that point. Don't put a vibrato. Try to see if you can keep the sound real even. And what's going to happen is you're becoming more aware of your breath control when you do this. You're being more intentional with the way you're breathing. Headed over to my channel so I can just scope out some comments if they come in or questions. And this idea can be applied in so many different ways to phrasing in general, but the first thing you might notice when you steady your air and make it more balanced is that the tone just starts to improve because you're working on that regulated approach. By the way, this is making me think of something. Please share in the comments and let me know what you think. I'm going to do it regardless. I'm pretty dead set on this, and once I decide on something, I usually don't turn back on like a decision like this, but I really want to offer a course, not just a class. First time ever for me doing this. And it would be a course of between 4 and 5 classes, 1 per week. And the first course I'm thinking of doing is beginner blues harmonica. Start from the beginning, and if it goes well and there's enough support and people find it helpful, I'll do, beginner intermediate. But what I want to do is have like a 4 to 5 class stretch over 4 or 5 weeks where we take, for example, topics like this. Maybe the first class is on breath control and the hand and the way it relates to the harmonica, from holding it to shaping sound. Maybe the second class is related to clean single notes and learning some basic mastery of basic scale work, and then maybe a melody that we work on and build from the class before, and so on. And maybe the last one ends up getting into like beginner bending and exercises. So I want to take people on more of a journey. It's feedback that I've gotten so much over the years where people are like, I love your classes, but do you have any A to Z type of thing? Well, I'm starting to think about it now. So if that appeals to you, I'd like to hear from you in the comments. So I'm going to play for a minute. I try to just observe some of the way I'm using my air and when I stop or don't stop. I can tell you, if you practice these slow inhale and you regulate the air, that's the word, and use the least amount of air possible, you're going to have a lot of success with this idea. Hey guys, no, it's okay. I'm just doing a little informal live stream here on the YouTube. You're good. No, you're good. My good friends, Andrew and Lily, thanks for hosting me, guys, for tonight. So that's the thought. That's the thought I have on this topic. I think you can apply this in so many ways, but the key is to work on just sort of being aware of how you regulate airflow and slowing down your breath. Just start there and practice those long notes. If you're a member, I'll see you here in an hour and a half on my Q&A. And I'll be back for another update from the road in Chicago. Look at the video description for the link to the class that I just did with Adam, and also for the shows coming up with the Dig 3. And I hope to see some of you guys there that live in and around Chicago. Y'all make it a great day.